Hello chicos and chicas, let's chuck in an inside my head against Igor, who is playing the Morra, and so I get to play the line that I made a video about. How exciting is that? Except I totally forgot it. We'll see how we go. I think it goes like this in the 97, right? Okay, he keeps on not wanting to take, I keep on not wanting to take. A4 was a waste of time. As was that. Why did he play rook e1? I'm confuzzled. Okay, so now we have got a very firm grip on e5. The bishop can't come to f4. It can come to g5. And usually I am forced to play f6 against this in that line that I posted on my channel earlier on. But now if he plays bishop here, I can just go bishop e7 and even trade dark squared bishops. Now, do I need to worry about a5 and bishop invasion? No, because this hangs for free. So we just develop, and win because we are a pawn up, right? He's gonna play rook d1, queen c7. Oh, that rook to d1. So see, that's exactly why I said, why would you play rook e1 in the first place? Now that makes my queen c7 a little bit problematic, because then rook c1 and then maybe some dirties are possible there. My position is so good I could even get away with b6, bishop b7. At the same time, I also would love to wait for rook c1 to come and then chuck the queen out to a5. So we'll put this bishop here, that allows the rook to come, and then knight e5, knight c4. Overall, this is a very, very pleasant position for black. The only thing I didn't consider was bishop g5 now. Trying to soften d6. Maybe bishop g5, knight e5. Bishop e7, queen e7. Did they have queen d6? If worst comes to worst, takes, queen check, knight f4, mate threats. He's looking very good there. Whoa! Oh, I was worried that I wasn't recording. The sound bar wasn't moving. That's a scary one. Speaking of looking down like that, I have... wink wink. Oh, I called it. I tuned into Hikaru's stream today for a very short period of time, and I noticed that he has got a new streaming layout with the two webcams, which is one of the major points that he has made when he commented on the recent cheating scandal. And obviously the idea is great, and his layout is absolutely phenomenal. How do I have two games going at the same time? That's talent. Yeah, no, sorry, we have to leave that. Yeah, it looked magnificent. So obviously he has got one webcam showing the dude himself, and then there is one coming from the side, which is showing his screen, the keyboard, everything on his desk, basically. It's a very, very sleek, awesome layout. So yeah, if you're that way inclined, I highly recommend you to check that out. It's a very good stuff there. So once again, 95, 95, 95, takes, d6 takes, take, rook takes, knight takes c4, rook takes d7, and although this is hanging, so is this. Yeah, maybe bishop d7 was a bit silly here, and I should have gone queen a5 right away. Only Lord knows why I didn't do that. I mean, technically I could play f6, but I really don't want to. It makes my e6 pawn so ugly. If I take here, what's he gonna take back with? Queen? No, he'll take back with the horse. Then I go knight e5. Then he drops back. I'm liking this already. Then I play bishop c6. Then the knight... Yeah, actually, if the knight has to take back, that knight gets stranded after knight e5. So it takes... Let's go with queen takes, although that's the least intuitive. And then I have maybe queen c7. And the queen drops back. Knight e5. Knight takes bishop back again. And now I'm struggling a little bit with d6. But I will take this anyway. I want to see how this plays out. Okay. So one thing that I didn't reckon with. Okay, the bishop has to go back to here, not to b3. Because if it goes to b3, he never has f4 because of this check. So he's going to drop back to a2. And that's exactly the move I didn't reckon with when I went for this line. But I'm talking total rubbish. Because here h3 actually just wins for me. Right? Like knight... Yeah, that's just too good. h6. Did I say h3? I meant h6. Because if he goes back there, I just take, and then even if I lose this, that king is so weak. Queen h4, knight f4. Mate. On your bike, dude. On your bike. So he has to go there. And then I prepared absolutely nothing. So now we are thinking again. I mean, I could go here trying to sell this check. Quite like that, actually. So queen h4. Queen takes d6, bishop c6. And now we begin to appreciate the fact that his pieces are all over the shop. This knight is particularly sad. So that's an option. I could go queen b6, scoring a huge tempo on that bishop, which I told you that it shouldn't have gone back here, but here. But even after queen b6, bishop a2, it's unclear if I can defend this pawn. Maybe bishop c6, and if queen d2, I can take this guy here. And c3 is hanging. I'm liking that too. It's a tough choice, man. It's a tough choice. Okay, let's go here. Expecting bishop a2, bishop c6. Tuck, tuck. Ha! Now that does look shockingly terrible, because now the back rank is going to be extremely weak. So if he takes rook d8, in fact that's nearly trapped queen, right? So he has to play a5 there. Rook takes ab, rook d1, bishop d1 forced, rook d1, 8. And in I go. That's looking really good. And that's my worst case scenario too. That looked ugly as sin. But all it came from this really poor judgment of him putting the bishop there instead of a2. Okay, so... Is he gonna play a5? Or is he gonna take a5? Okay. So there are many ways how I can enter this endgame. Queen b4 takes, rook d8. And he has to surrender the d file. And then that knight is just shockingly bad. That's actually quite nice. I like that position for the educational value of a clearly superior endgame despite of total material balance. My cocky self would play here queen a7 takes and then rook here. But I want to show you this endgame. It's quite cool. I like it. Okay, okay. I won't make a difference whether he takes this or goes back to d1. I take and then rook here. So pre-move the retake. And now against pretty much anything, I'm gonna play rook d2. If f4, knight g4 looks good. Knight g4, knight f2, take, rook check, take. The problem with f4 is that even then the knight is immobile because f4 is hanging. So maybe after knight g4 he needs to play f5, trying to extend the bishop's scope. It actually does look a bit annoying. Maybe after f4 I need to go knight d3, but still f5. Take. Knight h4 attacking this. That's cool, man. That's cool stuff. I like that. So yeah, lots been happening lately in the world of chess, and now I'm just watching others to comment on it and see the reactions. I am very happy to be out of the limelight for as far as controversial chess topics are concerned. Where the heck did I put my phone? Somewhere. Okay. So Igor is thinking. That's perfect time for us to check out who Igor is, and Igor seems to be a elite chess player. Okay, Igor says no to any of these f4 shebangs. I'm not quite sure how he's intending to meet this. Perhaps rook b1. Then knight d3, right? So it's not looking like it's a tenable endgame in the long run. And there's not an awful lot of scope for counterplay because both of these guys are really bad, which is why probably, good or bad, he needed to play this f4, f5 thing to try to revitalize both of these pieces. That's what I reckon, folks. By the way, if I manage to not get any more sick or sicker than what I am, then I'm telling you that I'm going to do a collab with Eric Rosen again. It's going to be Sunday Australia time, Sunday morning, so Saturday night in the United States, and somewhere in between if you are in Europe. And it's hopefully gonna be fun, like it always is. That poor horse is so tragically misplaced. So b2 is hanging and it's not defensible because upon moving the knight they lose this. Which is again a textbook case of why they should never have surrendered themselves to this defense, because it's just passivity generates even more passivity. So for the last time I'm saying that I reckon f4, f5, no matter how bad it is, at least it keeps some hopes of counter chances in the position. Whereas now this is just so sad, like you are in a position like this and you are white and that's your best move when this is hanging. Like that is just so disheartening. And now actually I'm considering knight f4 because trade and then g2 is falling. And if g3, then I am not sure if I have a mate there even. So knight f4, knight takes g3, knight a3 check, king f1, then I can take that. If king here, then g5, g4. Oh man, this is such a sadistic way to play. I hate to admit, but I'm enjoying it a lot. I mean, knight b2 is the most sensible move here, right? Yeah, I will just take this and then I will reroute to f4. That's the plan. The reason why I was reluctant to do this at first is because when I play knight d3, he will have rook d1. And so I won't have time for that knight f4. But I figured that he's in a very awkward Zugzwangi scenario here. I thought he would go there and I thought it wasn't good because of knight f4. Knight f4 g3 though. Then knight d3, knight takes. Okay. Nah. I mean, I could go knight h4 as well. Nah, let's just go in. Let's keep it simple. Let's just keep it simple. g3, knight d3, knight takes, rook here. Oh, wow. There. Okay, let's just do what seems to be the best. And then rook d1. Checking here is not good for me, I think. An interesting move here would be rook here, which I do like a lot. And if bishop e6... Do I then have knight f2? Or knight f4 even? I dare say I do. Okay, interesting. So bishop takes e6, knight f4. Ooh, I missed the check. Okay, that wasn't good. Not so smart. Okay, maybe after bishop here I just take it back and then I pin this knight. And then I win this. How is that for a plan? Yeah, I reckon that is actually pretty solid. It was a bit of a blundery scenario, or I don't know, I wasn't playing it too well, but it felt like everything was winning for me. So I got lazy. It's a very common trap to fall into. When you have been sort of nursing home a winning position from like move what, 15? People tend to get careless. Yeah, from here on, basically, I felt like that was game over. I'm not sure why I did that. Okay, that's just hanging for free, right? And that too now. GG! No GG says he. Okay, let's trade rooks. Or bring my king to the middle, thank you. He wants knight d4. Desperate much, bro? Okay, I will just come home and then start rolling the pawn in. Expecting king f2, rook back, rook somewhere, and then go, go, go. Okay, now I'm really tempted to play rook e5 with the other rook d5. Because I know he wants to go there. And now we are going to start rolling the pawnsies, right? Yeah, because if rook d6, rook e6. Splendid. A lot of the times you find that lower level club level players fail to convert these kind of positions because they are too focused on the unimportant things like attacking these pawns or defending one of these pawns instead of rolling these pawns up like mad. That's how we win this game, by getting a queen. So everything that doesn't serve that purpose is a waste of time. It's always good to keep your pawns together. And they're guarding each other, they are far more powerful. So now I'm hitting this, which is the less important thing. The more important one is this. GG, bro. Let's call it a day, mate. Oh, he wants me to blunder my bishop with this check. Huh. Yeah, no. G to the G. GG. Come on, Igor, you're better than that. Let's not sit here forever. This is the time roughly when you check if you have got the correct corner. Meaning that if everything comes off the board except for side pawn and bishop, they will win. And we have the correct corner because the bishop is controlling that square. Come back here. It's gonna be good for you. See that? That's what I was hoping for. Okay, let's eat some pawnies. Actually, let's go via the center. Rook g6 is gonna come. And then I come back and then I eat the pawns. He's gonna play here. Actually, let's go dirty. I will give a check first, then I come back. He went there because he didn't want to walk into this check. Okay, pal, come on. Let's play another game instead of this. We don't trade pawns. We want to trade pieces when we are up material. And so I'm just pushing and avoiding the trade and then getting a new queen. He's gonna resign now. Or try some dirty like rook here. Or none of the above. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Okay, g6, let's go. I mean, come on, man. Like, what is going on? Like, are you serious that you're going to sack this rook for a pawn and then wait for me to mate you? Like, sure. Okay. Oh, wow. Alright, let's play one more. He doesn't seem to be keen. Somebody else, perhaps. Oh, there you go. Kappa, Sapa. I absolutely, really dislike playing against question mark dudes, but let's see. Ah, here we go. Another Morra. These guys really want to test my openings, right? Bishop b5. Dear Lord. How is that a move? Okay. I have no reason to play now my knight e7 shebang because this is really misplaced here. In fact, we are going to earn a tempo on it right away. Now I can earn another tempo on it whenever I see fit. Do I have knight of... Do they have e5 if I go knight f6? Yeah, whatever. Like, I don't need to give them that choice or option. Let's just develop. I mean, I could even... I can do a lot of things here that are good for me. If castles, maybe he has got e5 again. Like, b4 is already getting quite annoying for them too. So something like queen a5, bishop here. b4, knight here, knight e5. Could be a way to go. Let's chuck this queen out here. Bishop f4, and then I can think about whether I will go e5, bishop g5, bishop g4. Bishop takes bishop. Yeah, maybe not. Okay, I didn't think that was doable. But it appears to be doable. Okay, we'll drop back here and here. Gotcha. And then I will chuck the horse on e5. That's very good. Okay. And now we shut down both the attack on the d6 pawn and on the diagonal in one go. That was a little bit silly by me. I guess I should have played it a little bit better. Perhaps I needed to play here, bishop here, bishop f4, knight e5, rook c1, and then queen back. But I feel like this way I'm a tempo up compared to that variation, which is always delicious. Okay, so rook c1 and we castle. Quite funnily, my YouTube manager just asked me if I have a video to record, to post on YouTube, and I'm like, yeah, mate, I'm recording it right now. So take, and the double pawns, contrary to the total misconception of half of the chess world, is not bad for me. It's very good for me. Because it's still an extra pawn, it controls super important squares in the center, it shuts down all counterplay. It's good. It opens up my bishop's diagonal. Double pawns are not bad by default. A lot of club players misevaluate the importance of double pawns incredibly badly, which is very confusing to me, and I have really been long wanting to make a video about them, but I really need to find perfect examples to model this. But like, I can't remember ever reading in a chess book that double pawns are bad, avoid them at all cost. And there's a reason for that. Number one, because you can't avoid them. Number two, because they're not bad all the time. They are a structural weakness that can lead to problems, especially in endgame scenarios. But like, there are millions of opening variations, like starting with the exchange Ruy Lopez, just to give the most obvious example, where double pawns are stock standard. Lots of e4, e5 openings feature double pawns without any dramas. Yeah, as far as this position is concerned, this is where white is in trouble, because he has completed development, his piece has reached maximum potential, and he still can't do anything. And my army is still totally capable of improving and getting better. If this video doesn't get recorded because I ran out of disk space, which is the message I just got, I'm going to commit seppuku. Okay, let's develop the bishop. I could chuck in knight h5, right? Maybe I should have. Because knight e5 and knight g3. Oh, bugger, I should have done that, because now I actually can't. Because after he take, he has got rook d7 hurting me here a bit. I mean, I can totally live with that. But then actually would have been better to have the bishop here. Let me see how badly I ran out of space. Oh, bugger. I hope I win quick. This is not looking good. I have got like less than a gig free on the drive where I'm recording this onto. Can I actually quickly delete something from that drive whilst I'm at it? I guess. Okay. But I think I need to delete it even from my recycle bin in order for it to be gone. I wish I knew what was going on when it comes to computers. Okay, maybe I just freed up some space. That's an interesting inside my head. How not to be a complete tool and have a full drive onto which you record the videos that then you hope to publish. Ha! Okay, I managed to free up the 2 gigabytes. Splendid. Also, the opponent is very stuck. So this isn't a textbook case of a position that you don't want to end up in the Morra with. Because if you are a Morra player as a white, you realize that there is no play left in the position. You take, they take back with the pawn. The bishop has to come back and then... yeah, anything really. Bishop out, rook across. Even rook up, rook across. White doesn't have a plan. And that just sucks. Anytime you are in a position where you don't have a plan, it just stinks. So now I'm gonna reroute the bishop here. And then potentially even stick it on d4. Just need to make sure that I don't blunder into rook takes d4, losing it on the pin. I expect rook d1, bishop b6, queen somewhere, I don't know. And then queen c7 and then the rook will come. GG! GG, so this is how we are defeating the Morra. Also know that in this structure, this is their good bishop. Oh, I should have played knight h5. Oh boy, I'm so bad at chess. Alright. So yeah, with these pawns all on white, that bishop is not gonna enjoy his life. I was such a silly fool. I should have played in knight h5. And the bishop can never go back because of knight f4. That was dumb. I got excited too soon. Now if I go there, they will play g3. So let's just go rook c8, because it's a bit annoying for them to have that many pieces on the c file. Yeah, I expected that to pop back there. I think I need to sneeze. Excuse me. Bishop d4. Is a move. King f8 is a move. And then just win the endgame. I actually quite like that idea. I'm curious how he's gonna respond to this. Maybe he's gonna come in. Take, 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 take. King e7, rook b6, rook c7. He has to be careful because I'm trapping the rook. Any other case, I take twice and I come here. And then the next plan will be to put a knight here, which will be like this. Knight here, knight here, knight here, knight here. Which is another huge benefit of having this extra pawn on e5. Yep. Okay. Maybe I could have played a b4, but I didn't think that it was that important. He's likely going to respond with a3 here. This endgame should be winning without too many dramas. Knight e2, and then I will come in here, maybe. So yeah, in general, in these endgame types now, the objective is to try to put your pieces on best possible squares and to shape the pawn structure in a way that is beneficial to you. So one of those things that are beneficial to us in such positions is to have the pawns on black, because that also means that their pawns will remain stuck on white. I was also looking at a5, by the way. I quite like that move too. So he wants to put a knight on d3, which is quite a respectable square, so I feel the need to respond to that. And now we are going to build this very awesome black pawn chain and then trade into this knight, I think. Yeah, I like that. Also, a5 is still on the cards because I would love to force a4 out of them. And for example, a4, a5, a3 allows a4, bishop back, and then check, and then the rook on the second is super nasty. Super nasty pasty. Okay, so he wants to trade the heavies. Do I want a horse on d4 now? I could go c5. Assume bishop back. I've got too many choices now. Not sure if I'm on d4 I will be able to progress so easily though. Okay, let's just go here. That was quick. Okay, let's have a pass pawn. Or at least attempt it. Maybe he has got 93 here. Okay, so now the pawns are looking really, really cool. I have got to check here. It made very little sense to my mind, by the way, to help me to straighten my pawn structure and then to play knight d3. Like, why wouldn't you play knight d3 then here? That was just extremely weird. Do I go h5? Bishop here, e4 check. Okay, let's go. Actually, g4 is interesting here too. Okay, check. This is a very annoying move for him because he can't play here, or maybe he can. I thought he couldn't. Oh, I'm talking complete bollocks here. Okay. So he can actually go there, and he should. I may have made this a lot harder for myself than it really should have been. That being said, if I go king e6 and he plays g3, can I trap this bishop in? No, I can't. Bugger! That would have been cool. That would have been really cool. Not happening. Okay, that endgame was really, really poorly played by me. Shame on me for that. Okay. So, g4, b4, bishop back, bishop here, h4, bishop here. G3 take king E3. I'm not so excited about that. Okay, let's go. So I expect B4. Bishop here, bishop back to make sure that this guy is monitored. Unless I can go straight in, bishop here, in. It doesn't feel right. Actually, why don't I go here? Wow, I'm so bad at chess. And now he can't do this because of h4 takes, g take, and h3. Huh, that's pretty. Yeah, I wish I wasn't bad at chess. And if the king goes back right now... Ooh, boys, we got so lucky. What did I have after king e3? Bugger all. That was a spectacularly messed up endgame by me. Holy cow. That was terrible. Absolutely shocking. Like after king e3, I might even be... Okay, no, I'm being a little bit... Oh, actually, not really. Because I wanted to then drop back here, but then he has king f4. So actually, after king here, my best is to go here. When he takes, I drop back. He then comes back here, g3, take, and that is extremely close to a draw. Whereas now he's just dead. That was a great pity. That was a great pity. Okay, let's have a look at this endgame again, because that was shockingly played by me. Absolutely shockingly played. Yeah, I thought I would push and then take. And then I had a motive. I did look at this and I didn't call it in the game to come here with the idea of playing check. So let's say they play blah. Check, take king here, and I won. And I took a quick glance at it and then I rejected it for some reason which I can't remember. That was so dumb not to do this. And probably this was a bit iffy too, because e4 check here would have... Oh my word. Wow. And so it forces this pawn structure, which is shockingly bad, because now I can just do this. King here, and eat the pawn. So yeah, the endgame was shockingly played by me. Terrible. I do like this move a lot, with the idea of denying the blockade. That is top quality chess move there. I really like that, and it didn't even occur to me. And that was the throw there. That was my original intention, but it looks like we're already walking on very thin ice here. Yeah, he can't hold the diagonal. That's my luck here, which why we might still be winning. So here to try to deny me progressing. Yeah, I don't think it's winnable. I do not think it's winnable. Here. Bishop back. G3, tuck. This was the scenario that could have occurred in the game easily via different move orders. And the problem is that he has this plan of coming here, sacking, and eating the pawn. So it's a draw. And that's exactly what should have happened in the game too. Oh, okay, sorry. I thought I missed this h3, g3 motif. I thought that still was a bad idea. But no, okay, sorry. I'm getting confused now. So king e3 was my move. And I'm correct. This would have drawn. Ha! Told you so. So hang on. He. Ah, because he has got a4. Life is so tough, man. Okay. So yeah, that was a shocking blunder. But the way how I played his bishop endgame, oh boy, that was a disgrace. And what was the game before? Oh no, we're not going inbox, we're going profile, right? What was the game before that? That was another Morra. That went very badly for the opponent. What did I want to check here? Not much. What was the story in this endgame? Yeah, this was pretty straightforward. Out of curiosity, let's just have a look at how badly we played this. With the computer analysis that you can't really see at the bottom. One inaccuracy, one mistake. Knight c6 was a mistake. Oh yeah, very early on. Okay, so I'm more than happy to wear that. I wanted to enter that line, so that's cool. And that was the mistake. So what was the inaccuracy? Huh. Oh, that was e6. Get out. Okay, so that was actually a pretty good game by my standards. And converted rather easily. Yeah, that was a goodie. The other endgame was a bit of a shocker. What's there to say? Sucks to be me. Alright, well, that's how we played the Morra, guys. One of them was 2100, the other one was question mark 2270. For all it's worth, we had some little fun. You had a look at how atrociously I played at endgame. And hopefully that was a good lesson for you to tread more carefully and use your time. Alrighty guys, thanks for tuning in. I will be back with more soon, especially if my voice allows me to speak in the next couple of days and weeks. Thank you.